Alright, hello everyone. This is ZeldaSpeedRuns, and it is the Season 3 Ocarina of Time Randomizer tournament. We've got Glitchymon versus PhoenixFeather. Losers bracket round, so that means one player will be out of the tournament after this. This is their last chance. They've got to win this one to keep inside. I've also got August here with some commentary. He might not be back yet, he was going to the kitchen.
He is back yet?
Ew.
Yes, yep. Super hype. Glitchymon taken down here in round winners bracket round 2, facing off against What the Hell. That was a really close game. PhoenixFeather sent down here in winners bracket 1 against Cariosa, surviving against GS Kirox, who was trolled by the Bomb Shoe Lady. And taking a look at this hash, one of two possibilities. Either we have the Mirror Shield in that first slot because we're going to get it early, or it's sold out, and that's the Argo mode item. Otherwise, I think the rest of the seed is going to be a mushroom trip because we're not going to find a bomb bag, and we're going to get all our explosive checks with bomb shoes out of logic, so we won't know what the hell is going on.
Apparently we've got to love mushrooms if we want to explode things, so... Maybe Bigoron's going to be that bomb bag? Who knows?
Unfortunately, in the adult trading sequence under these flags, no weird mushroom.
This is true, but we could still get prescription.
Yeah, but speaking of dreary things, look at these tunic colors. Ew.
Yeah, Glitchies is definitely a bit of a no from me. That's that khaki green is not the nicest colour. I don't mind Phoenix's sort of deep purple and Stone of Agony. Just what we want to start off with. Yep, that is a brilliant Midas house there. A couple of heart pieces and a paperweight. Just the tickets. Yep. Glitchymon not having much luck either.
Yeah, just $5 in that Kokiri sword chest, so PhoenixFeather not missing out. But unfortunately with that bottle, Kokiri Force not going to be burned.
Yeah, I think Glitchymon's just so used to running vanilla at this game, he's basically programmed at this stage to go for the Kokiri sword chest.
I can't argue with the results Glitchymon's attained.
This is true.
Already headed straight to the open grotto down south.
We're going to see what we can find over in South Hyrule. Hopefully we can get something decent there. The usual meta after this now seems to be to go straight to Lake Hylia. Rudo Valley's kind of lost its way a little bit, and we got a hint there that the toilet in GGG's got a key in it.
Exciting.
So rip the toilet.
Yeah, not an exciting start, although we do have a medallion. Nothing in the first few checks.
Yeah, it looks like Glitchy's going for an early market here, so probably going to go see what Adult Cac's got for us today.
Yeah, you think Glitchy going early adult? Another hint here in Lake Hylia is Glitchy's collecting that Skulltula in Lost Woods. Was that Way of the Hero?
Yeah, Lake Hylia Way of the Hero, I think.
Oh, Lake Hylia.
So first of 5 Way of the Hero hints, indicating there is a required item somewhere in that area.
So PhoenixFeather gonna be returning to Lake Hylia at some point.
And yeah, chat pointing out he only had 5 rupees there when he got that hint, so couldn't do 12 fishing. didn't even have anything to farm rupees with in the lake area, so he was out of luck there. Would have missed time of day cycle as well if he went for that, so probably wouldn't have been worth it.
Forest Temple Way of the
Forest
Hero.
Way of the Hero, Requiem in Ice Cavern, Jabu is foolish, and 50 Skulls is dead.
Alright, early info. Very nice find.
It's about 2 dungeons, is always quite handy.
Glitchymon showing off that Canadian aim. Rewarded with a slingshot. Deku Tree now completely in logic all the way through Queen Goma.
Is that a vanilla slingshot? Nice.
Yes, sirree. And 40 Skulltule is dead. Just a pack of bombs. Only if you got the bomb bag, though. Else, you're just rewarded with $5. And another Forest Temple hint. So that's 2 for the Forest Temple. Oh, was that Lost Woods?
Lost Woods. Ooh.
Gosh darn it. Alright, I'm gonna switch my screen. Alright, and Glitchymon choosing to wait out the night cycle here.
Yeah, it's an interesting decision, really. That's a good, minute or so he has to give up there. Not ideal routing for time of day. You already saw Richard, of course, and that's not going to give us anything useful.
Glitchymon does not know that yet. Now he does. Meanwhile, PhoenixFeather on their way to pick up their letter from the princess and the song from Impa.
Sorry, a song there from Impa.
Right,
You've only got Lost Woods Way of the Hero. I'd say we'd take that and run with it. Not a bad find.
That's a good point. Opens 1 check in the Lost Woods, 1 in Goron City, and 1 in Zora's River. All 3 child. And I suppose technically it might open up our Forest Temple Way of the Hero.
Yeah, it's always a possibility. Depends where Minuet decides to hide itself today.
Meanwhile, Glitchymon will get that info in just a moment. But PhoenixFeather moving on to Lon Lon Ranch.
Alright, can we get first try cookies today?
Oh, I certainly hope so from racers of this caliber.
It's 1. Nope, he misses it. Gotta get all 3. Gotta get all 3 of them.
Only 3 pickups. Yeah, that's really hard.
No picking up those filthy normal cookies. You don't want to sully your hands with that rabble.
Just a pizza.
Alright, so we've got another song check here.
And
I'm guessing
doesn't have any sticks yet, so not gonna be getting that Skulltula.
Yeah, you can get it with pot strats, but it's kind of slow. Not really worth it.
Oh, that's right.
And of course, he didn't pick up that slingshot either. So yeah, he's a bit out of luck. Malin teaching us Serenade.
Yep. would be interesting. Might opt to go to Gerudo Valley and down to Lake Hylia. See if child fishing is way of the hero. Maybe that Riddle's letter item.
Yeah, it's worth
He
getting
has,
those out of the way early, especially when you know it's where the hero.
yeah, he has that info at this point. Glitchymon does not. But first, let's see what's in the back of the silo here in Lon Lon Ranch. More
Just
pizza.
another heart piece. Nothing useful there. Looks like Phoenix is heading for the woods.
I think Malon's been ordering out a lot of takeout pizza because Talon's been gone for so long. That must be it. So essentially, barren Lon Lon Ranch. I wouldn't be too surprised if we find that hint in just a hot second.
Yeah, it's a possibility. It's not something you actually see very often, Foolish Choice Lon Lon. But I think we did get it the other day in one of the other races, if I remember correctly.
But PhoenixFeather is not going to Gerudo Valley, going straight into the Deku Tree.
Yeah, he might go for that lake play after he's done Deku and Forest, potentially. Because once you get to the end of Sacred Forest Meadow, it's quicker to warp out than backtrack. And if he happens to pick up another warp song there, then so much the better.
Glitchymon, armed with that slingshot and a handful of sticks, is going to get that extra Skulltula here in Lon Lon Ranch.
Bigoron is dead. Rip him.
We'll be itching those, rubbing those itchy, watery eyes through all of time.
Glitchymon has music, you should be able to hear it. It's coming through on OBS, so... that was Floormaster in Forest Temple, I think, was a small key.
Good info. Unfortunately, not the type of info that saves you a couple seconds. If you'd seen that was a piece of heart or a recovery heart, some piece of garbage, you could skip that one. But fortunately for Forest Temple, we need all 5 keys, and that's way of the hero. Hopefully
Yes,
it's
it
not a
is.
stone. Oh, but there is kind of a stone. There is our Goron bracelet.
Our first actually useful item, unless you count that slingshot.
It doesn't open a whole lot. It does open our first 4 checks in Dodongo's Cavern. As well as, I suppose, Link the Goron is available to us now.
Yeah, that's true. I want to say not a particularly appealing check, but it may come in handy. We'll certainly be needing strength for that forest wear there, eh?
Big bucks and then 5 bucks. But at this point, given how quick all the checks in the Deku Tree are, even if it's just the strength and we end up getting a stone out of the Deku Tree, I think the strength upgrade is worth it.
Almost certainly, yeah. We did start with a medallion, of course, so there is a decent... Well, I'd say it's possible more that it's going to be a medallion, but generally a medallion style Deku Tree can be a little bit iffy because it's more likely to be a stone than normal. Neither runner having checked the pedestal yet, of course, so just both going in for it blind.
Hello.
Arrows. Ooh.
So there's a required item. Unfortunately, we won't be needing it for at least, I'm gonna say, 90 minutes.
Yeah. Gets out of the way early, which is not a terrible thing, really.
I mean, under other settings, that would be amazing. If you had opened Ganon's castle, you just need bow, magic, and light arrows. Breaking through the web, no side hop. Let's see if he goes for both of these Skulltulas.
I didn't get Broken Stick there, although I'm not sure Broken Stick is actually useful because I can't get to the other Skull Sword, I don't think. Does set up flame storage though.
Oh, I think you're right, just going for one.
We know at this point the max is 30, so neither of our runners need to be particularly diligent when it comes to Skulltula collecting. Getting a few here and there is probably fine.
Alright. 2-3 is the number one. Or 2-1-3. No, 2-3-1. There's the lights for Glitchymon. So a good 60 seconds or so behind PhoenixFeather at this point, just given their Kokiri sword divergence. But let's see what PhoenixFeather does here in Queen Goma fight, and right after. Nice one cycle.
Easy every time.
Just $5 from the queen. Time's tough in this monarchy here.
Yeah, all the money went to the second floor, it seems. Or the third floor, rather. Got the fire medallion, though, so Deku Tree.
Hey!
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty decent Deku Tree, to be honest. Strength, light arrows, medallion. That is not too shabby at all, really.
Yep, but it looks like PhoenixFeather is gonna be checking this Kokiri sword chest, giving Glitchymon the time to sync it up. But Glitchymon in the position with that slingshot is gonna essentially full clear the child section of the Lost Woods, which is way of the hero.
It is. That slingshot could pay off really big.
Glitchymon and Phoenix trading the check. Glitchy with the slingshot minigame in the market. PhoenixFeather with the open grotto in South Hyrule Field. The market paying off in this case. It's allowed Glitchy to get a couple extra skulls. He's got a backup here with Goma, although I'm pretty sure Glitchymon won't need it. Yeah, and he'll be able to full clear his child section of Lost Woods. There we go, PhoenixFeather about to enter as soon as he gets another Lake Hylia hint.
Right, let's see if we can find the goods in here now. Starting off with Skull Kid. And Skull Kid has a bow.
It's the D.
Could well be our way of the hero item, although there are free bows out there, so not necessarily. We'll see if there's anything else to be found here in the woods. Scanned by the Deku, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'll give you a nickel for $40. runners making their first high five here in the Lost Woods. In sync, playing some songs. Just different Skull Children. In all fairness to those in chat, it's possible the scrub... See? It wasn't a complete scam. It was Deku Seeds.
Ah.
It's the perfect example of what happens in the case of if you have something like that that has ammo pickups, and you grab that item, you just get a nickel instead.
It's still a bit of a scam, to be honest, because you can buy just seeds for 30 rupees from the shop next door, so that's a 25% markup there. Not necessary at all.
Oh, it's gonna be
that's
worth
a
it in
hook
that
shot.
case.
Hook shot from
Deku-
targeting woods, so that is not good news for Phoenix at all. Phoenix is
Yep,
not
that
going to be able to get
is-
that on this trip, he's going to have to come back.
Yeah, that's a check that you can often orphan until the end in the last location. But that Deku Scrub just wanted to make sure that you picked up that hook shot. Answer questions, chat. Slingshot was vanilla in the market.
So Storms from Saria.
Double D's from the Skull Children Ocarina minigame. I guess a D apiece.
See, Skullmask is dead there from the hint.
Wait, that's D's everywhere here in the Lost Woods. Double D's from the Ocarina minigame, and the bow from Skull Kid.
There's Jabber's Foolish again. And 40 is dead again. Only one bit of information there. Still missing 2 of our Weird Heroes, 2 of our Foolish hints, 30 Skulls, Fox 2, and 2 Sometimes hints.
Phoenix running back to the woods. Gonna check the Storm's Grotto here. An extra hint.
And Phoenix does know Lost Woods was Way of the Hero, so we've got Hyrule Castle Way of the Hero as well there. So knowing Lost Woods Way of the Hero, I suspect he probably will try and backtrack for that check at some point. But yeah, the longer he leaves that, the more it's going to disadvantage him. Not having hookshot for early adult is definitely going to hurt. Glitchymon right now has everything he needs to go clear that Way of the Hero Forest Temple, and Phoenix does not.
Oh, that is a good point. This might be a very linear seed. The chat also pointing out with that hookshot, Glitchymon, if he routes things in the right order, can check out Adult Lake Hylia with the Scarecrow and that hookshot. Phoenix would have to come back here after grabbing beans. Anyone in chat notice what's down there?
Might be the boss hole? I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, is the hash coming true? Is that the mirror shield? It's even better than my prediction. We know where it is early, but we're gonna get trolled by the scale. Got a second guess is Phoenix grabs another pizza. Pizza Hut. Phoenix getting close to getting locked out of the castle. Let's see if he makes it in time.
He's got enough
Actually,
time
looks
here.
pretty good.
Assuming he's actually going to the castle, of course, he might be thinking about Kek.
He is thinking about Kek, just in 7 years' time, I think.
Yep, Glitchy taking the same route as well.
Ooh, Phoenix gonna pick up his slingshot before he goes.
Good they all have it. Not so good that he has to make a second trip to Lost Woods, especially since he doesn't have a warp song to get back there. Probably not going to be able to route it into this child section, I would imagine. Even if he did go back there with a save warp, he would then probably get locked out of the castle because he doesn't have enough time of day left. He's in a bit of a pickle there, unfortunately.
Both runners on the same wavelength here. Grabbing the Master Sword from the pedestal of time. Going adult.
Oh look, Stone Forest. Stone Forest this way the hero. Oh boy.
But Phantom Ganon's your bro. He's a buddy.
Alright, so what item is Phantom Ganon gonna have? He's gonna have something, isn't he? We never get Stone Forest, especially not where the hero Stone Forest, without it being bloody Phantom Ganon.
Do phantoms bleed?
I have no idea.
That's a good answer. It would be a little worrisome if you said, oh no, I can assure you from several decades of experience.
Yeah, so the goal is collect 6 medallions, spawn the Rainbow Bridge, and then defeat Ganon. So they will need to clear all the medallion dungeons we have, which are Deku, Dodongo's Cavern, Fire Temple, Water Temple, and Spirit Temple. They don't necessarily need to clear the stone dungeons unless either there's an item in there that they need, such as Forest Temple. We know there is at least one required item in there. Or they need the song from Ocarina of Time, which we don't know what it is yet.
But we do know it's not going to be Minuet for Forest Temple access.
Yeah, it also can't be ZL or Nocturne, since both of those are needed for Shadow Temple. It does kind of limit our options. We already know where Requiem is. So,
hey, another
2.
strength upgrade from Rupee. Oh. And what's it called? A Pona song here in the windmill.
Or is Riverway the hero? That's our last one of those.
Unfortunately, with both runners being here at night, not gonna be able to get the CAC archery minigame, not gonna be able to get the item from Anju. Let's see what's here in the graveyard. There's a butter knife.
Could be worse.
Well, we will, especially on PhoenixFeather's side, need to go back to Child at some point. Get your guesses in chat. What do you think PhoenixFeather is gonna get on his Dampe race? Weaving it in and out of those fire tight corners. Oh, bonk on a wall. Should we get a peek at what's in the TARDIS?
Ledge crate, yeah, it was Pizza Hut.
More pizza. Uh-oh. PhoenixFeather with the 52nd Dampe race. Very nice.
And
Ice
some
arrows.
ice arrows
Uh-oh.
for his trouble. Not especially helpful from Dampe there.
Yeah, so far, barren graveyard.
But does Kikiri Sword can still allow for Baron? I'm not sure. I know it doesn't.
Yes. Dead Hand is not considered in logic with the Kokiri Sword. You can do it with just sticks, so the Kokiri Sword doesn't unlock anything.
This is true, although I think that's only enabled by a check. Sorry, a trick in the settings.
Toxic oxygen dropping the bomb.
Yeah, I think because it's enabled by a trick, it can't appear in a foolish area. The trick logic is not tied up to the hint logic.
And sorry, Phoenix, shops are only open when the sun's up. Can't buy your shield, brah.
It's the wrong shop for the shield anyway. I'm not sure what he was intending to do there, to be honest. It's not particularly quick to go through that shop, even if it is on your way.
Unless he was going back there for the grotto, maybe?
He's going for Man on Roof. I think he did the grotto already.
And getting his strength too. Meanwhile, Glitchymon heading up Death Mountain Trail and going straight into the cavern.
Ooh, interesting play. Coming in here with just the strength upgrade, no bomb shoes, no bombs. This means he can only do up to 4 checks in here, unless of course he finds explosives on the way.
Which honestly is pretty likely to happen. I've seen it more times than I can count.
Definitely a possibility. We'll see whether this pays off. PhoenixFeather having the same idea, so let's see what happens here. Bertie's girl's dead there.
Ash logic dictates we find some bomb shoes and break logic sooner rather than later. Recovery heart in the lobby. No, both runners, very quick movement, very efficient movement here. So far, anyway, 32 minutes in. Nearly neck and neck.
Iron Boots. They're in Dodongos.
Curious.
We do need those for Water Temple, so not a terrible find.
So strength upgrade leading to the Iron Boots. Silvers for irons. Well, not really silvers, but both runners equipped with silver gauntlets. Could take those silver gauntlets all the way over to the Gerudo training ground.
Could. I don't think we'll see that being done, but it's a possibility, I guess. It's certainly in Glitchy's case, his next stop after this is going to be Forest Temple.
But most likely gonna chase that way, the hero. One check left in Dodongo's cavern. And it's Din's Fire. So while an interesting item to pick up, completely useless to us at this point, given we have no magic. But
yeah, that's a very good DC, but it's not one that's going to help us right now. So both runners going to have to walk on out of here. Not able to finish the dungeon just yet.
We'll be able to get the second Song of Storms grotto here on the trail.
This is going to be another area where Glitchy's early hook shot is going to come into play. Glitchy can get the song from the crater here, whereas Phoenix cannot.
Oh, Glitchymon skipping that grotto.
Well, that may be a bit of a dodgy play.
Yeah, let's see if PhoenixFeather has it in mind. Isn't gonna be thinking about that Skulltula. But armed with that bow, Link the Goron, not a problem.
Yeah, I think Phoenix is getting the grotto here.
Just more pizza. Well, let's see if this skip will be beneficial to Glitchy if he doesn't go back for it at some point.
Forest Temple where the hero again.
And there's
Silver
a scale.
Oh shit. Did anyone find out what that item was in the lake?
I don't think we ever confirmed it.
Well, whatever it is,
I
Phoenix has now got access to it, whereas Glitchymon may end up being orphaning that check for some time. Chance telling us it was Mirror Shields, in which case that is a serious concern for Glitchy. Definitely got Mirror Shield, and we actually almost have access to Spirit Temple already. Like, we can nearly clear the place, so that's a worrisome thing. Oh, bomb bag.
There's our bomb bag. More pizza. Glitchymon up to 5 hearts. So hash logic not proven 100% accurate. But Glitchy heading on in to the crater. Gonna pick up the song. I'm gonna clear this out. Might even jump into the fire temple. Picking up Song of Storms. Oh, so yeah, Song of Time.
Yeah. We got storms earlier.
Words are hard.
Alright, well that's actually an advantage to Phoenix, or at least not a disadvantage, I suppose. Phoenix, of course, cannot get that song yet, but since it's only Song of Time, not going to impact him too terribly. So yeah, does Glitch... I imagine Glitchy's probably going to do DC then do Forest, but we'll see. I want to do Forest first.
He's not checking the grotto, not checking what's in the wall. Unless he saw what's in the wall. Where's he going?
Going back to me. Oh, he didn't do left-hand chest, did he?
Oh, he didn't do the left side. Oh no.
Yeah, he forgot about
Feels
it.
bad,
Yeah.
man. I would have cleared the rest of crater and then gone back in, coming down through the mountain. No.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, Crater's kind of like, I'd say it's almost a bit low priority at the moment, given we've got 2 medallion dungeons today. Or at least in Glitchy's case, we've got 2 medallion dungeons. On the other hand, it is like right here, so maybe it's good just to get out of the way.
Another reminder for where Requiem is, and a free shield.
Oh, nice. Okay, Glitchy's going for the rest of the cavern, sorry, the rest of the crater now. Bit of a time loss from there to have to backtrack for that one check, but never mind.
And unfortunately, that's not one you're gonna be going back as a child either.
Glitchy still hasn't gotten that silver scale from the Storm's Grotto. We'll probably be backtracking over that place, so you'll see if we can remember it that time around.
That is a good point.
Hopefully for his sake he remembers it, so otherwise he's going to be a bit screwed.
Meanwhile, PhoenixFeather prioritizing the Dongo's Cavern. Even over that song. Oh no, he can't get the song. Meanwhile, Glitchymon seems to be heavily hunting down those Sculptulas. Not letting any pass him by that he's not collecting.
Glitchy, the grotto! The grotto! It's right there, there's a grotto! Come on! Yes, use that brain,
Yep.
come on.
He's got it in his sights, silver scale in hand. There's the silver scale for Glitchymon as PhoenixFeather opening up the top of the Dodongo's Cavern. Just $5. Question in chat, where's the hook shot? Hook shot was in the target in the woods. Glitchymon's routing paying off early on. Went from the Kokiri Forest straight to the market. Grabbed that slingshot minigame, and on his first trip through the Went Hero Lost Woods, grabbed both of the bow and the hook shot. Another pizza at the top of the King's Chamber. But PhoenixFeather has entered the boss room. King Dodongo, one of the easiest bosses in the game. And the king is down.
Will he have anything good for us? That's the question. Yeah, he's got Shadow Medallion, so that is something at least.
Meanwhile, Glitchymon entering the boss room. He's a boss fight behind PhoenixFeather.
And not that much difference between them, I think. The big difference is going to be when Glitchy goes to Forest Temple Day. That is what's going to separate them out.
Pizza. I think the citizens of Hyrule are loyal to Domino's or Pizza Hut or something. They have pizza everywhere.
I mean, it can't be that loyal if they just chuck it all over the place.
Oh, it was in King Dodongo's belly. Or I guess he was still chewing it. Right?
Maybe.
Maybe it was a piece stuck in the back of his molar. Well, PhoenixFeather in the Redead Grotto in the center of Kakariko Village. Our first trip in here with both racers. It was nighttime, so a couple of checks were orphaned off here.
Yeah. The nice thing about clearing DC is it does set your time of day for you to the middle of the day, so it sets you up for any daytime checks in Kakariko you might have missed.
Alright. Archery for PhoenixFeather. Glitchymon are right behind him. Glitchymon actually gonna do archery before the Redead Grotto. More pizza and cack.
Just a blue pea from the cookie lady. This little trip to Cack here not paying off for any either of our runners. And is Phoenix going for Zora's River, maybe?
Possibly, although doesn't have any way to get into the castle. I wonder if Glitchy... Nope, doesn't have 10 skulls.
Oh, sniped by the popcorn there. Or PhoenixFeather. I have to say, doing Adult River is possibly not the best move in this situation. It means Phoenix of course can't pick up any magic beans, although we don't know whether they're going to be useful or not yet. You also cannot do Frogs in the Rain, which is a check that's open at the moment.
Is gonna get up to 3 hint stones.
Those may be useful. We're still waiting on 2 foolish areas. And 2 more sometimes hint. Oh, Ryuto's letter.
Interesting.
Now we do know that guards Requiem, which could be our logical spirit access. And OTS Prelude.
Well, that's a nice hint to get. Not all dungeons. Might have to dip into some stone dungeons, but not gonna be needing to collect all 3 for the blue ocarina.
We are going to have to dip Forest Stone at least, since we know there's something there. No idea what it is yet. Domain is foolish.
Not a bad hint to get if you haven't gone in there yet. Meanwhile, we're gonna do some excavating here in our Way the Hero Lost Woods.
Glitchy on his way over to Forest Temple now. He's heading that way also, but won't be able to get in, of course.
Hey, all hail! It's Lord Banana.
Okay. There's that boomerang for that Baron Stone Jabu.
I mean, well, Baron Stone Jabu, you said it right there with Prelude on OT. Well, we're not gonna need that. So those are good hints.
I mean, you say we're not gonna need it, but I don't know. Well, I suppose it can't be for anything, can it? There's no other checks it actually blocks, I suppose.
I mean, the worst thing it would be like skulls in logic for 30 skulls, but given that we have the hook shot strength and all the stuff that we do, I can't even see that coming to troll us. Oh, and chat saying 30 dead, so definitely not needed.
Oh yeah, we got 30 dead a little while ago.
Neither runner with hover boots in this corridor, not gonna be able to take advantage of the hover boost.
And she giving us Zelda's Lullaby, finally.
Well, that's nice.
Lost
on
Woods checks.
Yeah, on Glitchymon's side, all of the hints have been checked. Skull mask included, hinted dead. So we know it's gotta be that hook shot or the bow. We haven't found another bow yet. Given though, right, water is the spirit medallion, so most likely is gonna be that hook shot.
There's a possibility it's pointing towards the bow, as only having the bow is going to be a useful thing. But the hookshot is hard required.
Speaking of useful things, PhoenixFeather returning that Master Sword to its pedestal, going back child. Hopefully, he doesn't return to grab it before he grabs that hook shot in the Lost Woods.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be clearing out Lost Woods, I imagine, now. This little child era trip. But it is going to cost him some time having to backtrack.
It might have a little bit of recency bias. Won the match versus GS Kirox because of Bamachu Bowling. Maybe hoping if he hits it early again, it's going to pay off for him.
Well, there's a possibility that it will, who knows.
Bonking around the market looking for some money. He's got hype 69 rupees. More pizza.
And
bomb
refill
tonight.
Nothing good there. Apart from that slingshot, market has not paid out at all today.
Okay, and that doesn't surprise us that an early Forest Temple not paying off either. So it looks like PhoenixFeather chasing Hyrule Castle way the hero. Gonna check out Din's Ferry. Is that already if he comes and visits your ferry? Hey, that's better than the last stick Glitchymon got. There's a pack of 20.
Yeah, given we've got the Kikiri sword already, not particularly helpful at this stage.
Or if you want to store up some jump slashes. Store up a jump slash, do a jump slash, and then your crouch stabs will have the damage equal to the jump slash. And for whatever reason, sticks do more damage than your Kokiri sword. But there is the Mirror Shield pickup there for PhoenixFeather. And he's going into Baron Zora's domain.
Yeah, probably going to hand in that letter and then do the remaining checks in Zora's River, I guess.
That's right, that would be a good call. Glitchymon just going through the motions in the Forest Temple.
Not found what the item is here, but as I was saying earlier, it's obviously going to be on Phantom Ganon. And that's River Chest and Water Temple has the boss key. That's a really nice hint to have.
That's a great hint to have.
It's going to be really fucking scary for Phoenix, though, because he has not found Song of Time yet.
Well, he knows it's not on OOT.
That's true, yeah.
That's good news. He just turned
Song
in
of
that
Time-
letter, so he might be thinking about Ice Cavern.
Song of Time was on the Crater, which Phoenix couldn't get to because he didn't have Hookshot yet when he went there. Well, still doesn't have it now, for that matter.
But he's going into Lost Woods, so he's gonna be picking it up, unless he's really gonna just go straight into Goron City.
There we go, there's a Hookshot.
At the 56-minute mark, I'm guessing Glitchy got that like 20 minutes ago.
At least, yeah. Not over yet, of course, still early days. See how this seed plays out, but Phoenix does have to catch up as far as Forest Temple goes. Nice Vanilla Bobsky.
I mean, the worst thing for Glitchymon would be, what if Forest Temple Way of the Heroes for a wallet or a tunic? And
yeah, that would be kind of bad.
Here.
But Phoenix probably is going to end up falling for the same thing as well, I guess. Forest Temple Way to Here is not something you can really just ignore.
You know, there isn't much else available to him. I guess they could go into the bottom of the well. I mean, they have all their side dungeons open to him at this point, which is kind of funny. They can go into Ice Cavern, they can go into the well, they can go into GTG. Or
yeah, that also means they have logical access to Spirit Temple, I believe.
They can't logically cross the desert, the wasteland.
Yeah, they can't. They can't yet. But once they do Ice Cavern, that'll give them Requiem.
Oh,
and Ice Cavern's open.
Requiem and Ice.
Yeah, the pathway to Spirit Temple is now available. Just need to follow the hints.
Although I was gonna say, both these runners certainly capable of crossing the quicksand without hover boots or the long shot, and certainly capable of crossing the wasteland without the lens. But nothing so far in Child Goron City. Let's see what's in Trent's pot. You didn't roll the seed today, so it's probably gonna be garbage.
Yep, Trent is being inflicted on the Wind Waker randomizer people today, I believe, so F's in chat for Gymnast and who's he racing? I can't remember now. I should remember because I was restreaming the race they did yesterday. God.
Now I might have missed
that's
watching...
it. Glitchy and there. Gymnast and Jarhead.
I
That's going to be going on. Go on.
Did Did PhoenixFeather check Frogs in the Rain?
I don't believe he did. No, he didn't go. No, he didn't do anything, Zora's River. He just dived straight to Lost Woods.
So that is one check orphaned off in a way of the hero location.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a yikes.
Nothing in our Boulder of Destiny. Nothing from the Red Poe. Glitchymon halfway through the Forest Temple here.
Mirror Shield was on the underwater bottle in Lake Hylia.
Yep, both runners saw that pretty early. Saw away the hero Lake Hylia, so made their way down there. But PhoenixFeather now with that hook shot, with a whole heck of a lot of child cleared other than bottom of the well. Going back adult. Let's see where he's off to. Assuming he's gonna go into the Forest Temple. But without Minuet, it's gonna be kind of a trek back there.
Yeah, Forest Temple seems reasonable. PhoenixFeather does have the option of Ice Cavern and Spirit though, so...
Yeah,
who
I
knows?
kind of like the route over to GTG. You know, I'd assume that it's just going to be Requiem and Ice Cavern, so I'd kind of forego that, maybe turn in 10 pose real quick, and then head off to GTG. There's also way the hero Lake Hylia. We could clear the adult checks there. Minus shoot.
It's true. There's the one place in the world that Phoenix has an actual warp song to get to at the moment. So yeah, could do Lake and then wander up to Gerudo Fortress after that, start clearing that place out. I mean, you could clear all of GTG at this point if it wanted to.
Yeah, just because Serenade of Water doesn't open you any checks doesn't mean you should forget about it. It can be very useful, depending on the seed. He's going back into CAC.
I mean,
could grab the song in the graveyard.
Oh yeah, that's true. We've not seen that one yet. So more warp songs would be really useful at this point. Only having one is a bit lame. I mean, that says Serenade. Ooh, long shots. Hello.
Long shot in Forest Temple. Looks
That
like
is
Glitchy
definitely going to be our way to hero.
Now, Glitchy could opt to kill this Green Poe, skip Meg, skip the basement, just open it up here. Let's see what he's doing. Meanwhile, PhoenixFeather is going to go into check the Royal Tomb.
I think at this stage you might as well just do the whole of Forest Temple. It doesn't... Especially since you don't have a warp song to get back here. Better just get out of the way.
Well, that's a good point too.
I still would not rule out Phantom Ganon. And in terms of go mode items, hammer, hover boots, magic, those are the main things we're looking for now.
Oh, and that's Minuet for PhoenixFeather.
So it was the L locked.
And he's going straight there.
Yep, that is a bigger pointer as any. Go do your fucking Forest Temple.
So he's gonna pick up that long shot. Meanwhile, Glitchymon taking on Meg. Both runners gonna come out of Forest Temple with 10 Skulltulas. Haven't seen any skull checks yet. cleared the spirit temple. Still
Yeah.
need the hammer.
We can
And we
also,
can clear the
well,
water
in
temple.
Glitchy's case, we can now clear Water Temple.
Yep, so what else? We're also looking for magic, so we need magic and the hammer.
And hover boots. Oh no, no, we don't need hover boots. Or probably
Hopefully
don't.
we don't need hover boots. We'll see in due time if that's a commentator's curse or a commentator's blessing right there.
Yeah. But we can at least rule out hover boots as the logical spirit access and also key logic of Forest Temple. We don't need hovers for either of those. The only place it could be useful for is that Stone Shadow Temple, which is not something we can rule out.
Just pointing out no need for hovers with that long shot.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't need it for crossing the wasteland at this point.
So here we go, Glitchymon can start up the fight against Phantom Ganon. And I think arguably one of the hardest bosses in the game. One might argue even harder than Ganondorf himself.
It's only one of the longest boss fights in the game because of this absurdly long first sequence where you have to wait for the paintings.
Yeah, there was a talk a while ago of reducing the Purple Poe Meg down to one shot to speed up the Force Temple a bit. And I always thought, why not just shorten the Phantom Ganon fight? By the time you're fighting Meg, you're gonna go down to the basement at least, and probably gonna take on Phantom Ganon. I'd much rather have a quicker Phantom Ganon fight. Oh, Glitchymon volleying, gets it, and gets the jump slash. Phantom Ganon is down. We've got our first stone.
Hoorah.
I think it's a lucky seed if you don't have to collect at least one stone. Unlucky seed if you have to collect all three. But as you know, as we saw our runners jump into Deku Tree without even checking the pedestal, most runners are pretty confident they're going to be collecting one of them.
Alright, Glitchy heading for the Water Temple now. Did he see the boss key hint? I know Phoenix found that.
Where was that boss key hint? I don't think he did.
If so, he's not going to have quite as an efficient Water Temple here as he could do. It was in Zora's Domain, wasn't it? I want to say. Yeah, next to King Zora.
Yep.
Yeah, so Glitchy will not have seen that yet, so he's going to have to do pretty much the whole temple here.
That could pay off. We've seen here in the bracket stuff here in the Water Temple. It's not any runner's favorite temple by far, but sometimes it can pay off. That hint could come back to bite PhoenixFeather if there's something in the earlier parts of the Water Temple. Which PhoenixFeather will have to do. He's going to have to collect 2 keys to get into that chest. So chances are he's probably going to be doing these early water checks anyway.
Certainly a few of them. He may not do as many as Glitchy does. Glitchy's probably going to full clear this place, I imagine.
Yeah, it is on typical route to kind of even do the central pillar before you go off to Dark Link and the River Chest.
Yeah, River Chest is normally the second to last check you do. After that would just be Dragon Chest. And then the boss, of course. As a normal route, although not always the route that you'll take every time.
So there it is. Those are the 2 keys that PhoenixFeather is gonna need.
Alright, so the question is there actually anything useful in here that she's going to find? And yes, so the way the brackets are set up is double elimination. So if you make it all the way through the loser's bracket without being defeated, then you'll be back into the winner's bracket to face whoever wins that side of the tournament.
Yeah, the winner's bracket faces off against the winner of the loser's bracket.
No magic.
Third check in, just a bundle of arrows. Uh-oh, not looking good. And it looks like Glitchy is gonna skip the boss key chest.
Yeah, so evolving back to the start of the dungeon, so probably means he's gonna go do central target and central pillar. And yeah, the second hookshot was in the Forest Temple in the checkerboard room at the basement, so Phoenix will be picking it up in a few minutes most likely.
Yep, it does look like PhoenixFeather is gonna clear this out, at least until they get an item. It'll be interesting to see if they stick around for the emerald. There's a gold scale for Glitchymon. Could that lead us to our way the hero in Lake Hylia?
Possibly.
Not necessarily gonna be that mirror shield.
Well, the mirror shield is required, so it's something we need, at least. There's definitely no gold scale entry happening today. Given how early we got those iron boots, it was never going to happen anyway, I don't think.
Yeah, good news for PhoenixFeather with those iron boots and now with the hook shot. That gold scale isn't going to provide Glitchy anything extra. Although logically that might send Glitchymon into the lab.
Yeah, well, we know it's way the hero anyway, so Phoenix is probably going to clear out that check as well at some point. Knowing it's way the hero is enough of a hint, I think, without finding gold scale as well.
So PhoenixFeather about halfway through the Forest Temple as Glitchymon is going into the central pillar.
So Wind Waker Randomizer is actually just about to start. That's on ZSR2, so if you're looking for that match, head over to that channel.
No. What are you saying? Stay here and watch Zooter. It's far more exciting. Glitchymon versus PhoenixFeather.
Watching ZSR1, watching ZSR2, ZSR3. Just watch ZSR, basically. That's all you need to do.
More exciting sub goals here on ZSR1. We have a bottom of the well randomizer. It's Glitchymon picking up their 4th key. Four keys in hand, Glitchymon finally making the trek over to Dark Link. Commenter audio is gone. What you talking about, Willis?
It looks okay to me.
The English guy.
Yeah,
He's
might
got a
sound.
name.
If you're going based on what Discord's saying, don't, because Discord picks up on my mic with a lot more sensitivity than OBS does, so it'll say I'm talking when I'm not actually talking, which is a bit stupid.
Maybe it's ghosts.
Could be ghosts. I may have a haunted flat, who knows.
I mean, I assume someday you're gonna be haunted by the ghosts of the runners that you rolled troll seeds for.
Most likely, yes.
Ghosts of senile, dead speed gamers. Sounds like an exciting premise to a movie. Oh, Glitchymon with the jump slash strats. Showing off.
Putting that 100% category knowledge to work here.
Yep.
Yeah, he does have the long shot, so he could just use that.
Clarify for anyone new to Zooters, everything in the game pretty much is randomized. Songs are randomized in their own pool. Medallions and stones, you know, the prizes for clearing dungeons is randomized in their own pool. But there's a number of hints that we get. 30, 40, and 50 Skulltula rewards are amongst those. 100 Skulltula's reward is vanilla. Mask of Truth reward is turned off. Other than that, we're good to go. Check anything and everything available to us in the overworld, in any of the dungeons we can open. But we're just about all tied up.
Glitchy just save warped after Dark Link. What is he doing? He's missing out River Chest.
He's just remembered the boss key chest. This is a repeat of what happened in Goron City when he was checking the boulder maze.
Okay, but
he's like, oh, I did a dumb. Luckily for him, he doesn't have to drain the water for this chest, but this is gonna be more time that PhoenixFeather is gonna get to catch up, given that they've missed out on the slingshot for a good 20 minutes.
I am confused by this, to be honest. Like, Glitchy's play here, like, he was already at Dark Link. He was, you know, less than a minute away from just getting River Chest right then and there. Now he's going to have to backtrack for it. Why do that? Why not just get River Chest, then come for the boss key?
Well, right, the thought is that, you know, you do the checks. You want to do the checks that you can get earliest, the quickest, and let's say they were neck and neck going into the water temple, and PhoenixFeather didn't forget this check, pulls the boss key. Glitchymon's thinking that, you know, at that point PhoenixFeather could have already been in Morpha, and he's wasting time.
He's bailing.
Oh no!
He might have forgotten he's got some more time.
Oh no! Song of Time being in the crater, it wasn't very exciting. It's not Way the hero. Oh, yeah. Poor Glitchy.
Oh dear. That's definitely cost him a little bit of time. I wonder how long it's going to take before he realises he's actually got that song.
Meanwhile, PhoenixFeather isn't going into the water temple. PhoenixFeather's going into the ice cavern.
Well, that's an interesting play. Now we do have everything we need to full clear this place, and it gets us Requiem. Which actually, I mean, it's almost possibly worth it, to be honest. And we have access to Spirit Temple anyway, since we have the long shots, although Requiem is the only thing that gives us logical access. The thing is, having Requiem means we can do the desert section quite a bit faster. And also, Requiem might be hard required anyway if there's something on Child's Spirit. So, getting out of the way is not necessarily a bad idea.
We've seen the Ice Cavern become a stronger and stronger play. Meanwhile, Glitchymon with a super quick fish catch. Changes in 5.0, not setting him back. Just $5 from the guy here. Not even
we
a
do
refund.
still have a couple more checks here and where the hero leg height here, so possibility of finding something useful here. That's true, we did also have the lesser way of the hero, but that may just be for Requiem logic. So it is guaranteed way of the hero, not guaranteed required item.
Could just be for a small key on Child Spirit for Spirit Temple key logic. Because yay, Spirit Temple key logic.
All the same, I'd say this is a very reasonable place to clear out Ice Cavern. As getting the song is going to be helpful with doing the desert stuff a little bit faster. And there's a set of checks we can just, clear out, get this whole place done all in one fell swoop. You never have to come back to this area of the world at all again at this point.
Yep, nothing here in Zora's Fountain. Nothing on top of the lab, nothing from fishing. Anything inside of the lab.
Ooh, it's
the hammer!
It's hammer time.
Alright,
That gold
so
scale was required in logic.
We are in magic mode. Could we get a bet for our viewers here in the chat?
We certainly could. Just give me a moment.
No, now, immediately. Just kidding. So, unfortunately, hopefully that Mirror Shield doesn't troll PhoenixFeather and they go back to Lake Hylia. I assume they'll be getting that as they're clearing or finishing up the water temple. But that might just allow Glitchymon to skip the ice cavern and skip all this nonsense that Phoenix is doing. Let's see where they take that hammer, though. Glitchy going back to the lake, gonna pick up the Mirror Shield.
Alright, here we go. Get your bets in now. Where is the first magic going to appear for this seed?
And we have a whole bunch of checks in Hyrule Field. We have Frogs 1 open to us, all of the bottom of the well, all of Fire Temple, all of GTG and Spirit and all that nonsense, all of Gerudo Valley. We haven't seen anything over there. We could also do some ghost busting.
We could, yeah. Big pose could be the answer to the seed. We did get that bow and Deponas really early. We know it's not Frogs 2, we did get a hint for that. We know it can't be in Jabu, we know it can't be in Zora's Domain.
It could be on chickens. Didn't get a hint for that. Could be Dampe Digging.
Yeah, both of those possibilities. Hammer Rocks as well. Haunted Wasteland. Oh no, Haunted Wasteland needs magic, doesn't it? So rule that one out. What else we
could
got?
have our second magic.
It could have second magic, yeah. The best for first magic, though.
Yeah, luckily, we know it's not going to be in Shadow Temple, so...
Yeah, that means we can probably rule out Shadow Temple for this seed, I guess.
Yeah, sorry to everyone who likes to see Deep Stone Shadow.
Yeah, all two of you, I suspect.
I know 2 people who are going to be glad to deduce that at some point. I think perhaps Glitchymon has gotten to that point.
Yeah, Glitchy seems has either forgotten the hint that this place is foolish, or never got it in the first place. Does find that water temple.
Old gauntlets in the ice cavern.
Okay. So I expect Glitchy's probably worked out that the boss key was there anyways. He did pretty much every other check.
So Rudo's letter in Away the Hero Zora's River leading to the gold gauntlets, as well as Requiem of Spirit.
Well, that unlocks one check for us. We know it can't be useful for Genna's tower. So it's probably still more likely for the Way the Hero to be pointing towards that Requiem, but we'll see.
And no big Goron stored in Zora's domain for Glitchymon. So we're wasting time clearing a barren location.
Yeah, and just pointing out the hint that he was missing is actually in Zora's River, which he's going to do next, so...
Yep.
Unfortunately, he's going to find out that information right after he would have actually found it useful. He's also going to find Ruto's letter here right before he would have found it useful to have it. So, not the best routing, unfortunately, on Glitchy's behalf, but not much he could have done to anticipate that. Just the way it goes with Randomizer sometimes.
Yep, just about anything can happen, so if you play enough seeds, just about anything's gonna happen.
Yep. Glitchy does have the chance to check Frog's 1 here, which I believe Phoenix skipped earlier.
Yeah, this could come back to bite Phoenix in the tush.
Are the frogs going to be magical frogs for us today? That is the question. They've got a bow.
Nope, confirming that the bow was not Way the Hero in the Lost Woods.
Song of Storms was Sphere 1, so that was not really locked behind anything in particular.
Yep, and nothing but Requiem and Gold Gauntlets here in the Ice Cavern Zora's Fountain area. So PhoenixFeather taking those gauntlets over to the Spirit Temple. What songs we got inside here? Not going for the song. Gonna see if he can't clear this. Does give us our Force Medallion. Opens up 2 songs. Meanwhile, Glitchymon about to pick up their letter after clearing a Baron Zora's domain. Does know they don't have to go into Jabu, but might be feeling behind. We have no idea if Strength 3 is required. We do know it's not required to get our light arrows. Nothing's gonna be inside Ganon's castle that we need.
Yeah. Jury's still out on the Yeet Block Fairy. We'll have to see on that, whether it's going to be useful or not. Could be magic's there, but magic could be anywhere, pretty much at this stage.
Where was Gold Scale?
Gold Scale was Water Temple in the Compass Chest.
That's right. But nothing, the hammer was found in the lab, so that Gold Scale might pay off for Glitchymon. Depends if... Oh, there's magic!
There it is.
Who bet early Spirit Temple?
No keys though. PhoenixFeather is going to have to come back as a child to finish this dungeon. So that Requiem is required. That means Ice Cavern's required as well.
Yep, and PhoenixFeather at this point in hammer mode, looking for the hammer, and he doesn't know it's so close.
It is extraordinarily close. It is also Way the Hero again, so Phoenix is probably going to be able to grab it as soon as he's done with Water Temple. Of course, Water, he knows exactly where the boss key is already, so he doesn't necessarily have to clear this place. He might do anyway, because obviously he's still looking for items. Or item, only one.
Yeah, but using some fancy long shot swag strats, much quicker than sinking down there. And Glitchymon back as a child. What is Glitchymon looking for? I mean, besides magic. Fortunately,
I
Glitchy
think
doesn't
magic
have
is
a
all he
tracker.
needs at this point.
Unless he thinks he needs hover boots. I wonder if, like, he doesn't have a tracker on his stream, so we don't know if he's mismarked something or what's going on. Now collecting some money for some bowling. We've already seen this on Phoenix's side.
Nothing useful there, of course.
And there is the second small key for PhoenixFeather, but they're gonna go one check deeper, right? They are. I wonder if maybe they forgot about that hint. Maybe read it too quickly. Well, I think I remember seeing them go back to read it a second time.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. What they do after this. So magic was in Spirit Temple, early adult chest.
Well, we in chat in the commentators booth, we are in no mode. Glitchymon looking for
Everything's
that
been
magic.
found at this point.
Yeah, PhoenixFeather looking for that hammer. Technically needs the gold scale in the compass chest here in water to get that hammer in logic, but everyone can just do the iron boots cheese in the lab. Piece of cake.
Yeah, it looks like Phoenix is going straight for the Dark Link loop now.
Yep. Interestingly, we saw Glitchymon go clear almost all the water temple. Got all the way to Dark Link and then remembered, shit, I forgot the boss key chest. Went down, got the boss key chest, and then bailed the water temple.
Yeah, it's looking likely that Glitchymon has maybe mismarked his songs, or has otherwise forgotten that he's already found Summertime, and thus already has everything he needs. He did just check his songs again there, so he might now be thinking, oh bugger.
I think he was just checking his skull count.
Maybe. Whether he might have seen that his Summertime was there, who knows.
Yeah, but I mean, he was just in Zoro's domain not too long ago, so he should have seen that hint in front of the king.
Yes, he did get that hint.
Checking hints. So now he knows where the boss key is, so he must be feeling a bit behind, I think.
Maybe.
Nothing on 10.
He is gonna definitely get behind if he doesn't start focusing his progression dungeons.
Well, I think at this point he is behind. PhoenixFeather's gonna pick up the boss key, get another medallion, and then one can only assume they're gonna clear out Lake Alia.
Yeah, Glitchy still, of course, needs to go to Ice Cavern. That is a good few minutes behind extra work he needs to put in there that Phoenix has already done.
But he's now making his way into the crater, armed with that hammer. He can take out the dragon. Hopefully he doesn't have to dig too deep in fire to get that boss key.
Also have to hope that Glitchymon doesn't decide that clearing out Fire Temple is his best source of progression items. Well, I suppose it's always possible the other magic might be in Fire Temple.
I mean, Fire Temple compared to GTG or Bottom the Well? Not great odds.
Not the most sensible choice, but you're looking to gamble, it's maybe the right choice. You never know.
Here in Randomizer, anything can happen.
It
First,
can.
gonna check out the fairy fountains.
Looking for his vanilla magic, maybe, from this fountain. And yeah, we're reasonably sure he just forgot about Summertime, because I don't see any other explanation for his behaviour in Water Temple. Oh, there's hover boots.
No, not
Oh,
the
boy.
hover boots. Well, I suppose those could be needed logically for the fire temple, right? No, we have the.
Well, it can be if the key logic dictates it.
Oh, stupid key logic.
You either need to have hover boots, or you need to have access to the top room in Fire Temple. And access to the top room can be key locked.
Oh, that was the dragon chest. I got confused there for a second. So dragon chest, just another small key. So that's all of Water Temple that we've seen between our two racers.
It is indeed. Phoenix, I think, has just got boss key chest as the last thing he's got to do.
Can't imagine he's gonna get to doing it.
That looks like he's heading straight for the boss now. I think you can probably deduce at this point that that boss key chest has a small key in it.
Yep, the power of deduction is strong here on ZSR in the randomizer races.
Unfortunately, the power of climbing up slopes is not quite so strong there for Phoenix. Second time's the charm. There we go.
Luckily, he didn't decide that iron boots is the way to get up that slope.
No, iron boots on that slope is a bit ridiculous, I think. Hover boots make it incredibly easy, but if you don't have hovers, then...
Oh no.
Oh dear, more for getting away from Phoenix there.
Oh, but he
Got him
gets
back
the
now.
rebound. That's not easy.
Alright, catch
Not
him on
the
the corner for the
cleanest
second
Morpha
try
fight.
there.
Yeah, not the cleanest, but that was a good recovery.
Was indeed.
And that's two checks there for Glitchymon, 2 keys in pocket.
So we have access to lava room at the moment, no boss key.
And that's like I think
Oh, there's the lens.
Lens in Fire Temple.
Oh, I never did the bet winner, did I? I forgot about that.
I mean,
Yes.
I don't think I remember seeing any Spirit Temple bets.
Yeah, let me have a look through the list and see if we got anyone victorious. We had a couple of people guess Child Spirit, so almost there but not quite. And
We have on Shoot the Sun, just the bloopy. And more keys for Glitchymon. They can go deeper. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? No! No! PhoenixFeather is going away from the lake. Oh, this could be bad.
That's time going back to Glitchymon there, potentially.
Oh, no. And with magic, their hammer, in their mind, could be in Shadow Temple, could be anywhere. It's not in the Temple of Time.
No, just Fire Eyes. And yeah, it looks like nobody guessed early adult spirits, so it looks like I win today. Sorry, chat.
PhoenixFeather going back child. What are they thinking? Where are they going? Oh, they're going to Child Spirit.
Oh yeah,
So
they do need
Phoenix
to do
Feather's gonna
that.
clear out the Spirit Temple. He's not gonna find the hammer. Does he then backwalk over to GTG?
So the magic was the first adult chest in Spirit Temple. A couple of people guessed Child Spirits, but they were wrong.
And Phoenix passing up on the song his first trip out here, picking up the Sun Song here in the desert. That's not the hammer you're looking for, Phoenix. Full clear your way of the hero locations. He's full cleared all of his... Or no, he hasn't. He still has the Frogs in the Rain. So
That's
Phoenix
true,
Feather
yeah.
living on the edge, not full clearing his way of the heroes.
Yeah, 2 orphan checks, that's a bit of a yikes. Of course, he did orphan the hookshot check in Lost Woods earlier as well. And he went back for that a bit later.
And meanwhile, Glitchymon will eventually stumble upon that magic in Spirit Temple. It depends on if he wants to walk there or if he wants to clear out the ice cavern for Requiem.
On Phoenix's side, I mean, he doesn't have Nocturne yet, but he's going to get it because it's behind the Forest Medallion here in Spirit Temple. So he will be able to get to Shadow Temple once he's done this. Might be part of the reason he's focusing Spirit Temple is so he's got an extra dungeon available to him.
Now we could see Phoenix Feather go on a wild goose chase. I didn't know phoenixes were attracted to geese. But you learn something new every day.
I could also see Phoenix maybe going for a Fire Temple dip. Just maybe hoping for Vanilla-ish hammer or something like that. Although since there's no key on the first chest, that's not going to get him very far, I suppose. So Glitchy's magic is in Spirit Temple and outside. Phoenix's hammer is in diving on the lab.
I mean, Glitchymon could also stumble across another magic somewhere here in the Fire Temple. It could be on the Summit Ferry. I don't think we've seen that one yet either.
Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities for second magic. Glitchy could get lucky and find that second one somewhere useful. If not, he's going to have to get the one in Spirit.
Yeah, that's one of the benefits of needing magic or something like that as your last go mode item. If there's multiple ones out there, there might be multiple ones available to you in Logic, and you might just make the right play at the right time.
So, what is Phoenix's next play? Looks like he's going back adult.
Back to Spirit. Yeah, he's got his Spirit Temple key. He's going back adult. He's gonna clear that sucker out, get his Force Medallion.
It is progression at least, so not the worst play in the world.
Like Glitchymon halfway through the Fire Temple and no boss key yet.
Looks like it's gonna be deep.
Up to Pierre. I don't know if it's technically irony that we go deeper into Fire Temple by climbing upwards.
Yeah, language is weird.
Here we go for Phoenix Feather in the Spirit Temple. And Fortunately, there's no second hammer that you can stumble upon.
Nope. Needle and haystack,
Is
that hammer.
And there is a nice setting for those interested in maybe getting into the randomizer for the first time, where you can set it to bountiful items. So there might be more than one hammer or more than one boomerang. So it makes it a little less taxing on newbies. But I think it comes with the price in that perhaps you don't learn quite as much as you might otherwise. You might be slower to get better at learning logic and stuff like that. There's another stick upgrade.
Alright, we're going deep fire, boys and girls.
Yep. Deepest the fire and going deeper in the spirit temple. And Glitchymon making use of that long shot. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone use that strat. It's PhoenixFeather picking up the big Goron sword.
At least we found that eventually. A bit late for it to be any particular meaningful use at this point, but there you go. At least we have it for Ganondorf, I suppose.
Yep, it's gonna save him time here on Twin Rova. It's gonna save him some time on the dragon fight. Of course, Glitchymon will also have it for Twin Rova and Ganondorf, most likely. PhoenixFeather with all of the small keys that they need. They are gonna do all the checks in here, hoping that they stumble upon the hammer. The hammer is in the bottom of the lab. Well, I guess it's inside of the lab.
Yeah, the mad scientist guy has got it. Waiting to be impressed by your magical diving skills.
And for some reason, he's impressed by people who can hold their breath for a long time. It's usually a red flag if you're ever on a date with that type of person. It just casually comes up in conversation. And chat also pointing out Child Spirit is hard required, so Glitchy's gonna have to go to the ice cavern at some point.
Yes, indeed, yeah.
So
Ice cavern to do, he's still got all the spirit to do. Not even been over there yet, so...
And
still quite a bit of work to be done.
All the way up there.
Yep, of course it is.
And another slingshot.
Yeah, all three of them found now. But still no second magic.
And that's a vanilla boss key in Spirit Temple. So I think there's one small key, and it's gotta either be in the sunblock room or on the Colossus right hand.
Yeah, it must be. Interesting that
assume-
Phoenix is opting not to do those checks. The odds of that are 0. Won't bunny yet, because the logic of the randomizer is a little bit different to what vanilla is capable of, so it is not actually possible for it to roll a totally vanilla seed. One of the hangouts is Spirit Temple key placement. The key placement of vanilla is actually not considered logically beatable by the randomizer.
How silly is that?
Yeah, it's kind of just a little bit of a limitation because the randomizer can't make the assumption that vanilla does of you having to clear out all of child spirit before you enter adult spirit.
Yeah, but there is the 5th and final key in Spirit Temple PhoenixFeather. I had missed that he hadn't gone this direction yet. So he's gonna go from the right hand to the left hand, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I guess so. And he's probably going to jump down and long shot back up to where the boss is.
Yep, but blink and you miss the dragon fight. Glitchymon taking out Volvagia, picking up that light medallion, tying it up for a piece. And ZSR bot reminding me we still haven't found our 3rd and final foolish hint.
Yeah, who knows where that hint stone's going to be. I imagine it's going to just point us to somewhere like Kikiri Forest or something like that.
Well, I don't... Or no, we found magic in Spirit Temple. Are there any temples that could be barren? I guess spot on the wall or GTG.
Yeah, those both could be. We found stuff into Dongos, didn't we? Shadow Temple, I suppose, could be barren.
Yep. But it's been pretty healthy for dungeon diving. Glitchymon now checking out the Summit Ferry here on Death Mountain Trail.
Could it be vanilla magic? Is Glitchymon going to be saved? No, it's a bomb bag. It was kind of low on explosives, so not a bad thing to see. Cat had Epona song in it, so not foolish.
Magic was in one of our first checks in the Spirit Temple on adult side, as PhoenixFeather also picking up a bomb bag.
You wait ages and then suddenly 2 bomb bags come along at once.
I think that's buses.
And today it's bomb bags. Looks like Glitchy's heading for Ice Cavern now, so he's going to be able to pick up that Requiem.
Yep, and PhoenixFeather coming into one of the hardest bosses in the game, next to Phantom Ganon.
Yeah. Also the most RNG heavy boss by a long way. Hopefully Phoenix doesn't get too trolled by Twin Rover here. Gets the first hit there, no trouble.
If I imagine after the Spirit Temple, PhoenixFeather checks out the Great Fairy Fountain. That's out here in the Colossus, and then maybe GTG.
Yeah, that would seem like the logical place to start looking.
I just hope they don't take that Force Medallion and run into the Shadow Temple.
I can't see that being high on Phoenix's mind at this point. I mean, really, he does need to go clear out his way to heroes. He's got 2 orphan checks, both in way to hero locations, and he should know that. He needs to clear those out, so we'll see if he does sort that out, or whether he decides just to play the odds and do GTG instead.
I do know chat is memeing, but I think, right, you can run an emulator on PlayStation 4?
I know you can on PS3, I'm not sure about PS4 though.
Oh, so that would be funny if you were playing Zooter on PS3.
Come on Glitchy, you can do this, it's just an ice block. Get up there.
Yeah, usually a bit easier with hover boots. But that iceberg in particular is not the nicest. But just like that PhoenixFeather with a very quick second phase of Twin Rova, especially armed with that big Goron sword. Let's see which moves they start making.
So at this stage, Glitchymon is trying to find his magic, PhoenixFeather is trying to find his hammer. So yeah, it's hard to tell who's ahead really, because it just depends on who finds their last item first.
Well, Glitchymon, I think, is closer. He's on the route, right?
He is, yeah.
Gold gauntlets and Requiem here. Hopefully he doesn't pick up those gold gauntlets and run to the OGC ferry.
Well, I wouldn't imagine he'd run immediately to it, so he might decide to just quickly check it before he goes to Spirit Temple, but once he gets Requiem, I can see him, yeah, just going out, clearing Spirit Temple, that'll get him his magic. At that point he can go mode the rest of Spirit Temple, and hopefully go back and sort out Water Temple once he remembers he can do it with Song of Time.
Yep. PhoenixFeather, though, will for the time being be up a medallion. He did skip out on the Phantom Ganon fight.
Alright, so where's Phoenix going now?
Not to GTG.
Seems not. In that case, he's probably going to be clearing out some Overworld stuff, although that save warp, I guess he might be thinking Child Era.
Well, I think he's thinking about the song. He's thinking about getting Nocturne.
Yeah.
Possibly Bolero of Fire.
I guess as well as he equipped a bow there, he's probably going to do a big pose.
Oh, that's Bolero of Fire. Nocturne is vanilla.
Yes, indeed. Phoenix can, of course, do Burning Cack as well if he wants to.
Gonna check out the fairy fountain back here. Follow that Rudo's letter way of the hero.
And looks like Phoenix is going to check out Yeet Rocks, so get to find out what's being hidden here.
Now, I do suppose it is possible we still might have a winner of the bet. I think you might have to refund that victory if we find second magic.
No, I did anticipate this. I put the question as, where will we find magic? Not where is magic. We've already found magic now, so if we find a second one, it is irrelevant to the bet. I mean, it will still allow a certain amount of street cred if you do guess right for second magic, but it won't be a bet winner.
Then laying down the law. Emmer is in the lab dive as just a wallet from the OGC Fairy. PhoenixFeather immediately making use of that Bolero of Fire tune he picked up in the Temple of Time.
Now, although that wallet obviously isn't very useful, we haven't actually seen a Goron tuner yet, so that might actually be logically required. That's something, I suppose. Phoenix
Alright,
might be thinking the
Feather.
same, thinking along those lines as well, so he's now dipping Fire Temple. And while
Yeah,
it does
well,
make this an option,
I think though he's gonna get locked out right away.
yes, he is. It's Lens of Truth here, there's no keys, so he's not going to be able to progress the dungeon at all yet. Lens, of course, might put him down the path of doing, what's it, treasure game.
Yeah, haven't seen that one. Market probably is not barren, considering we found our first slingshot in there. And there's Requiem for Glitchymon. And he's using it, so he's gonna be picking up magic, gonna be entering go mode. Unless he really thinks he needs to hunt down the Song of Time first. Because, right, he's checking the fairy fountain first.
Hopefully he doesn't get based in doing GTG first. I can't see any reason why he would. It does seem absolutely ridiculous to me to do GTG ahead of Medallion Spirit, but who knows.
Especially with that mirror shield, also with the hero Lake Hylia. Strength in the Deku Tree, Strength 2. Where was Strength 2? Somewhere easily accessible.
Man on Roof.
Oh yeah, my boy Rufio.
Also on an ice cabin.
Third and final bomb bag for PhoenixFeather. He's swinging a heavy sack. Phoenix might be checking 10 Skulltulas here, 2 hours in. Happy 2-hour mark, everybody. Glitchymon is entering the Spirit Temple.
Yeah, I think this might be the point of rip for PhoenixFeather. Not going to be able to catch up once Glitchy enters go mode. Not unless he's very lucky, I suppose, but he pretty much just has to beeline that hammer in the Lake Hylia at this point to have a chance, I think.
Is running out of checks. Has the bottom of the well, some child cacti graveyard.
He's playing Serenade. We might have a race here.
And he's going. He's gonna pick up Pierre first, it looks like. Or no, he's gonna do
he's doing fishing first, yeah.
Oh, but that boss key in Fire Temple is so high up there. Glitchymon now knows where the boss key is, unless he's forgotten it in already.
I'd hope he hasn't forgotten it. It wasn't that long ago.
I mean, he's also cleared out I think the entire rest of the Water Temple anyway. So there's his magic.
Yeah, almost all of it. I think he may have skipped Dragon Chest, but I believe he did everything else.
Yep.
So yeah,
he does need to go back Child Spirit.
He does. He needs to do Child Spirit and then, of course, clear out the entire rest of the dungeon. Although he can go mode it to an extent. The boss key was vanilla in the Spirit Temple, so he's only going to have to skip one chest.
And opting not to clear out Water Temple first. It is anyone's guess who's in the lead.
Yeah, this is anybody's race. PhoenixFeather is going to pick up his hammer here, and then basically just go straight into Fire Temple. So it's a case of whether Phoenix can clear Fire Temple before Glitchy can clear Spirit Temple, and the rest of Water.
They will each reach their respective go modes approximately like 60 seconds apart.
Well, Glitchy already has his magic, so item-wise he's in go mode already.
And Glitchy has his magic. He does need to do Spirit Temple, so it's the difference between Spirit Temple and Fire. And I think Spirit is a little quicker.
Spirit's a little quicker, but Glitchy also needs to finish Water Temple.
Right? But he knows where everything is in water.
He does, yeah.
True,
All the same, that's
this.
still a good like 3-4 minutes he's got to spend in Water Temple. Getting the boss key. It's pretty deep, like he's got to go all the way back around that blooming loop to Dartlink again in order to get that boss key. Then he's got to beat Morpher. So it's definitely a time investment.
PhoenixFeather, though, certainly gonna pick up this this hammer here. Let's see if he does any shield dancing. First, he's gonna pick up the Skulltula. Neither runner has checked 20. Glitchymon has 20 in his pocket.
I believe Glitchy has 21, in fact.
And it's
there's
time
hammer.
for Phoenix.
Straight to Fire Temple.
Bolero.
Yep, Bolero's going to help him as well. Yeah, the other scale was Water Temple Compass Chest. Phoenix did not pick that up, but yeah, thanks to that little glitch you can do with the iron picks and hook shots, he doesn't need it, so it's all good. So now we've got the deep fire play for Phoenix while Glitchymon continues to finish off Spirit Temple. Both of them need to do pretty much the entire dungeon here. Spirit Temple boss key and is late. It is the second to last chest, and the boss key in Fire Temple is also the second to last chest. So yeah, gonna be
Glitchy, though, taking the time to save his Deku Shield and finally equip that Kokiri Sword.
Yeah, that's not going to help him very much, but good on him, I guess.
The race is on. Fire Temple versus Spirit Temple. Glitchymon versus PhoenixFeather. Loser goes home.
Hey. This is double elimination. This is the second of those eliminations for one of our players.
Also, unfortunately, the winner will be waiting around just a little bit, as we still need to finish one of the losers round brackets. ATZ versus Nama. The winner of that will go on to face Kef, and the winner of that will go on to face the winner of this match here. So
Yeah,
stay tuned here to ZSR. There's still plenty of Zooter Season 3 to go.
Yes, indeed. But Losers Bracket needs a little bit of catching up today. ATZ has been a bit AWOL lately, I think, which is what's been the hold up, but hopefully we'll be able to sort that match out soonish.
Yeah, I think it was the first, if not one of the first two matches here for the bracket Season 3. And it was quite an upset to most people's brackets. Killer App proven why they deserve to be in the top 32.
I believe it's the moderators of OoTR who have access to that schedule. So Cubs, Lost, Trez are probably the people to speak to. Well, Lost is also a little bit busy at the moment, so maybe probably not her.
I do believe it also has something to do with when the VODs get transferred onto the YouTube channel.
Yeah, I think we are a little bit behind on those at the moment, unfortunately. Been a busy time on ZSR, we got a ton of tournaments going on at the moment.
It's the most wonderful time on CSR.
I mean, it's always a wonderful time, to be honest, but yeah. Loss is not lost, no, but she has some real life things to deal with at the moment, so not been around too much the last couple of weeks.
So it's possible that PhoenixFeather was thinking about jumping into the Shadow Temple. He had everything minus the hover boots. Thankfully, didn't have to make that play. Remembered about full clearing your way of the hero locations, and stumbled upon his hammer. Out of logic, but he doesn't know the gold scale is available.
Got it at least, so that's something. I imagine Phoenix probably was not too happy about the prospect of maybe having to do Stone Shadow Temple. It's not something anyone ever particularly likes to go into, so he was probably quite relieved when he found out he didn't need to do that.
Certainly wasn't gonna be for Prelude on the Ocarina of Time.
There's no situation where that's a useful thing to get.
I mean, unless you already have 2 stones, you're in your 3rd stone dungeon for your final go mode item at the boss, then maybe.
Not with Baron Stone Jabu, though.
No, not on the seed tonight. Our runner's thankful to make that deduction pretty early on. I want to say before the hour mark. Also, nothing really trolling either of the runners. Mirror Shield is, sitting there. They managed to stumble upon Ruto's letter, although Glitchy kind of took a less than efficient route over towards the river. Got there eventually.
Yeah, he did have to double back on himself a bit. Rob with the song thing, he did also check 10 Skulls and Kakariko, so I think he was just trying to root in some overworld cleanup rather than focusing on songs specifically.
Yep, I imagine if he hadn't pulled anything out of the lake, he might have gone excavating around Hyrule Field. But at that point, it was kind of down to GTG, bottom of the well, a dip in a Shadow Temple, a couple child checks here or there.
So there's boss key now for Glitchymon, so Spirit Temple nearly done. So what Twin Rover, of course. And then the rest of Water Temples, so Glitchymon's getting there. Meanwhile, Phoenix still kind of out the halfway mark. Fire Temple, still the way to go here.
I'm really curious, perhaps might make the play to skip the Scarecrow. Could be the gamble that could slingshot him into the lead.
Yeah, Scarecrow was the key, wasn't it? But I don't think it was a needed key. Yeah, Twin Rover's a long-ish fight. It's not hugely long, and of course Glitchymon is pretty decent execution when it comes to dealing with boss fights and all that sort of thing. And he has the bigger on sword, so I wouldn't expect him to take too much longer here.
Good news for PhoenixFeather, doesn't have Farrer's Wind, has to go all the way through the Dark Link Room in Water Temple still.
Does,
so,
yeah.
Like you said, it's gonna be close.
There's also another thing that could maybe cost Glitchymon some time, and that's whether he actually realises he has Song of Time or not. Because he did forget it earlier. He might be thinking that it's that Song of Time's locked behind Forest Medallion, in which case he's going to waste time going and picking up songs before he actually goes back to the Water Temple.
Yeah, that will be the test. If he goes and picks up songs, he's definitely mismarked something in his brain.
Yeah.
But
he will work it out, of
course. Make
course.
sure to ask him that if he doesn't go picking up songs. Or even if he does, that was definitely a head scratcher.
It was a bit. Phoenix off to do the Scarecrow chest.
But interesting enough, both these runners completely able to dodge the GTG and bottom of the well.
Yep,
At one
no
point,
reason for us to go there today.
I mean, at one point they had all three of those side dungeons available to them, GTG Well and Ice Cavern, and they made the right plays. I guess the way the hero Ruto's letter kind of leading in that direction, armed with the Baron Jabu. So
yeah, well, we knew Ice Cavern or at least Swords Fountain area had to have something, and we knew, of course, that Requiem was there, which might have just been for Spirit Key logic, but it was hard required Spirit Key logic, so we needed it anyway.
Meanwhile, Phoenix has made the trek up to the Scarecrow chest. Glitchy moving on to phase 2 of Twinrova. It's going to be over in just a moment. It's probably going to be neck and neck between our boss keys in the Fire Temple for PhoenixFeather and the boss key in the Water Temple for Glitchymon.
Yeah, I think you might be right there.
That is if Glitchy goes straight there. We'll know as soon as he gets this medallion which warp song he plays. There's the medallion for Glitchy. Here is the Flame Maze for PhoenixFeather.
Right, so what's Glitchy going to do? Is he going to go pick up those songs? If so, that's a couple of minutes he's going to throw away there. No, he does check.
21.
He checked his songs.
He's save warping. So he's going to get his song in the Temple of Time. He's going to get Bolero. He's going to walk to CAC. He might even check 20 skulls.
He checked his living quest screen there, though. I can't believe he would have missed it again. Surely not. But he's checking the songs, jeez.
Yeah, he's got all 6 of his child songs.
I guess he must have been looking at skulls, but he already knew he had 20, surely. I do not know what's going through his head at the moment.
You're right, he can full clear Shadow Temple if he wanted to. I mean, I guess he doesn't have Nocturne unless he's mismarked his medallions. Shadow versus Water, that could be real bad.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's going to head to grab that Nocturne now.
This is giving PhoenixFeather the time that he needs. Where did chat saying that Glitchymon has used his Song of Time? Where did he use his Song of Time?
Shit.
I don't know. A little expletive there coming from Glitchy, who forgot to turn his mic off apparently. He's now very concerned. Yep. Oh, what is he doing? He's going Shadow Temple?
Yep, rip
oh,
Glitchy.
Shit.
He's mismarked his medallions.
Yeah, he must think it's AD.
No, I think he's mismarked Shadow versus Water medallions. That would explain why he bailed out of Water Temple. And why he's made this play for Nocturne. This, I think, seals the deal.
Could that be it? Oh, if he's mismarked his medallions, that is a serious mistake.
It might not even be a thing of mismarking, right? I'm not certain that Glitchymon uses a tracker. I think he uses his brain.
Well, either or, you know, you need to be sure of what your progression dungeons are, what they aren't.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, that is definitely going to be Rip Glitchymon, unfortunately. There's absolutely no way he's catching up if he's going to do Shadow Temple now.
Ooh, Kurox in chat saying that the OOT hint was on one of the gossip stones in the river. That Glitchy might. And if he skipped that, it's true, he might be thinking he needs the song on the Ocarina of Time. But he still hasn't even visited the graveyard yet.
Yeah, that's true. He didn't ever pick up that minuet. Blimey. I mean, maybe he's just going for the gamble. Maybe he's just like, you know, YOLO it and hope that it is all dungeons, even though he doesn't actually know for certain.
Yeah, I hope we get a chance to ask him here. PhoenixFeather entering the Volvagia fight, and we'll be warping over, or save warping over to the Temple of Time and entering Ganon's castle in just a matter of minutes.
Yeah, Phoenix also did pick up Bomb Cheese earlier, so he can do the quick strats here on Volvagia. Doesn't have them equipped there, so I guess he's just using bomb strats. Looks like he's going to be fine with those though. Got all the hits in there, just needs one jump slash and he's good. There was not a hint about Composer Grave, no. We know it's minuet because PhoenixFeather picked up earlier. Don't know what the item is, nobody went for that. We'll switch audio over to Phoenix since they are most definitely in the lead at this point. Yeah, I have no idea what's going through Glitchy's head that's causing him to go for the AD play. Either he thinks Song of Time is a lot behind it, even though he has it already. Oh, well, no.
Yeah, or he's mismarked something. He's thinking Shadow gives him the Spirit Medallion. But only time will tell. Only Glitchy is the master of his own thoughts. Only he can tell us.
Yeah, he did come here straight after finding Nocturne. So, nice. I think it'd be a bit weird for him to miss Mark Medallions. That just seems like such a unlikely thing to do. I think it's more likely he's forgotten his songs.
PhoenixFeather making their way up the castle climb. Few enemies to take care of. There's some dinosaurs, then some skeletons, then some ladies armored in some iron armor. Some hefty iron suits. And Glitchy just pressing pause and floating over to Prelude. What's that about?
Yeah, I have no idea what's going through Glitchy's head. No clue whatsoever. He obviously thinks there must be something useful in Shadow Temple, but whether he thinks there's a medallion here or whether he thinks it's this last song, who knows?
But here is the final staircase for PhoenixFeather. You've got a fight of mythical creatures coming up on the right side of your screen. You got all-powerful Ganondorf, King of Gerudo Thieves, versus PhoenixFeather. Making their way through the losers brackets. Proven to be a force to be reckoned with.
Indeed, they are.
And here is the door fight. No bottle
spin
strats.
attack, yeah.
Oh, very nice. There's the jump slash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, misses
No
the
one cycle
cycle
today. Rip that.
He's got to be feeling nervous about that one, especially versus an opponent like Glitchymon. 100% world record. Gets the final slash. Dorf is down. Unfortunately, not the chance that Glitchymon needs. Still about halfway through the Shadow Temple. And PhoenixFeather would have to get trolled by the pig here for a good 30 or 40 minutes.
Yes,
Ladies and gentlemen,
a pretty epic troll at this point.
2 hours and 26 minutes in. Here's Ganon.
Oh, Glitchymon voicing out to death.
Yeah, if PhoenixFeather managed to lose to Ganon for the next 30 minutes, I would assume they've, had it in their mind that, oh, I can't lose. I've got to go somewhere, and then pass their controller along to, like, a 6 or 7-year-old sibling or a child, and be like, here, kill Ganon. I have to go to a meeting real quick. But there is phase 1. PhoenixFeather reunited with that Master Sword. I think that's 3 hits. 4. And Ganon down. Who's ready for some bacon? Princess Zelda finally giving us a helpful hand. Gonna imbue that Master Sword with some magical essence. And PhoenixFeather is gonna serve us all up a nice, tasty serving of bacon. Get your forks and knives ready. Get your GGs in chat. PhoenixFeather is moving on to the losers bracket of round 3.
GG's. 2 hours, 27 minutes. Pretty decent time. You're gonna get PhoenixFeather in for an interview very shortly.
Yep, he's gotta be feeling hype. He's gotta have the adrenaline rushing at this point. And of course, that was, what, 10, 15 minutes ago? So these racers are running on a delay. Meanwhile, Glitchymon riding through that tunnel of love, about to be joined by some less than beautiful dates. Not going up for the pacifist strats. I didn't know the Stalfos could spawn up there.
There's Glitchymon. He's just arrived in chat. I'm not sure where PhoenixFeather has got to.
He's
Dropped out
taking
of
a sigh of relief.
voice chat, so I'm not sure it's got to at this point. Hopefully he'll come back in a bit.
Yeah, perhaps just speechless.
I think he did say he wanted to do an interview, but
Yeah. But I mean, I assume after picking up that hook shot a little bit late, and what else was trolling him? The hammer. After having to go back for the hammer, he might have been thinking he was a little bit behind. That's the thing in these 1v1s. You never know where your opponent's going to be. You never know if they're right next to you, if they're, 10 seconds ahead of you, 5 minutes ahead of you, 10 minutes ahead of you. They've mismarked their tracker and they're in the stone dungeon that they don't need to be in.
anything can happen in Rando, that's for sure. Ah, that's PhoenixFeather. Begging him. Hello!
Hey, what's up? Sorry, my computer does this dumb thing where it like resets when I plug in my headphones sometimes.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Oh well. Congratulations.
Definitely sounds troll. Yeah.
Thanks.
GG.
Thanks.
Were you worried in that seed? Do you were you feeling behind with all that stuff going on, or?
Yeah, I was very worried. The hammer took me a little longer to find than I would have liked, and like I wasn't feeling terrible when I found it, but I figured like it could be really close and it was going to be like a toss up at that point.
Yeah, how about that hook shot too? Yeah, you definitely picked that up later than Glitchymon. Yeah, in the Lost Woods.
Yeah. So did Glitchy do a early adult?
No,
he relatively early, yeah.
But he got that on his first pass through. He picked up instead of going down to South Hyrule Field, he went straight to the market, grabbed that, and then after Lon Lon Ranch and the Deku Retreat, he picked up that hook shot, and I want to say he beat you inside the Forest Temple by a good 20 minutes.
Okay, wow.
Yeah,
that worked out pretty well for him then. I thought I got my hook shot at a decent time, but yeah, I guess it depends on if you do market before Lost Woods or not, which the way my time of day worked out, that wasn't really an option.
Yeah, time of day was a bit interesting for both y'all. They're at the market, and then both of you guys went into Adult CAC at nighttime and had to come back after clearing out Dodongo's Cavern.
Yeah, I think that's the first time I've ever done that, and I didn't really want to, but it just felt like I had to check the Lake Hylia's child before going adult, with Way of the Hero and all.
Yep.
So even though it was awkward, I feel like it was probably still the right play.
Did that mirror shield bait you into thinking that was the Way of the Hero?
I guess I knew that was most likely it, but I was sort of prioritizing clearing my Way of the Hero areas before I went into like a bottom of the well or GTG. And so yeah, it's a good thing I did. Otherwise,
both of those would have been quite a significant time loss if you got into them.
Yeah, that makes a big difference for sure.
But we got word from Glitchymon in chat. He's going to bed because apparently he hasn't had any sleep, which is why he was in the Shadow Temple looking for the Song of Time that he already had. So I don't know if you're going to go back and rewatch the VOD, but it was quite a shock when Glitchymon killed Dark Link, opened up the chest, and then bailed from the Water Temple. It got him to the hammer quicker than you, but he was looking for that Song of Time.
Oh.
Yes.
Alright, so I just went into the spoiler log to see where that second magic was. Anyone want to take a guess?
Bottom of the well on Steve.
Nope. Phoenix?
I don't know. GTG, I guess.
You're way off. It was Tektite Grotto.
That would have been really nice. Well, I guess I was doing Spirit anyway, so never mind.
Yeah, it was. I mean, first magic, it was kind of on the way, but It would have been right. That was actually open pretty early because we had Iron Boots like Sphere 2 or whatever, didn't we? It was in Dodongo's, so. And we had Gold Scale, of course, from Water Temple.
Okay, I never got Gold Scale.
Yeah, that was something we were thinking because you got that boss key hint before Glitchy. Then we saw Glitchy go through a lot of the Water Temple, and we are like, oh, well, that's not gonna, hopefully it doesn't, it's not gonna make him avoid the lab, especially with like highly awaited hero. But Glitchymon, I think, maybe went faster over to the lab because of the Gold Scale.
He was definitely chasing the way of the heroes. Because like he went for Ice Cavern as well. Well, obviously both of you did, based on that Rito's letter. So yeah, some of it paid off, that's for sure. I mean, having way of the hero point to a hammer and all the rest of it was pretty good. Bosswoods and Forest Temple giving us our long shots.
Yeah.
The scene was generally quite nice to us, I think, this time around.
Yeah, that's what I think I was saying about the time Phoenix was clearing out the Spirit Temple. Not a whole lot trolling them. You remembered you have a song you already have. But unfortunately for Glitchymon, that's it for Season 3 of Zooter. Phoenix, you got a little bit of waiting to do. Guessing, though, you might be rooting for Namaha or Kef.
Yeah, not ATZ. Yeah.
But that possibility is out there, so hope you keep practicing. I see you've been streaming very frequently the last few weeks.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in at least a few races a week. Make sure I'm staying, fresh.
Yeah, practice makes perfect. It's an old trope, but it still holds true.
But as you said, you were kind of doing a little bit of routing on the fly, especially with the like adult CAC and whatnot. I think that paid off for you. I think you do it well.
Yeah. The entire first hour or so was really fun. There's definitely a lot of unique situations, having to dip into DC and then finding the bomb bag in Goron City with the silver gauntlets and stuff. And then the late hook shot, everything was really weird. But yeah, I think I handled it pretty well.
Yep, and that is something that hopefully will pay off for you in your next race. Whoever it may be against, sure to help out.
Yep.
It'll be a fun one to watch, that's for sure.
It's been over 2.5 hours, and I haven't told the chat to follow these racers, because without them racing these races, we wouldn't have these races to watch being raced. So go ahead and do that. Give the Glitchymon a follow. Make sure you give PhoenixFeather a follow. Awesome content.
Doesn't get much better than this. Everyone loves a bit of OoTR, that's for sure.
Speaking of great content, also tons of awesome content on ZSR that's not Zooter. I got the Zelda 2 randomizer, the Wind Waker randomizer going on. Plenty of vanilla content going on.
It's all going on at the moment, that's for sure. Yeah, I think there's nothing else, so no more questions from the chat. We'll probably head on over to ZSR 2 in a little bit to watch the conclusion of the Wind Waker Rando match they're doing over there. GG's again to Phoenix.
Yeah, thanks
absolutely.
For the restream, guys.
Best of luck with the rest of the tourney. Hope it goes well for you.
Yep, thanks. I'll need it.
Alright. A little shout out to our trackers as well for being awesome, keeping an eye on everything and making sure we know what we're doing. So that was Burning and Tusker today. Thank you very much. Alright. Any final words?
Nope, that's all.
Nope, I'm good.
That's all, folks. Alright. See you again soon then. Cheers everyone for watching.